Hey guys, this is CK at CK Education, and today I want to share a story with you about a student named Brenda. Um, I don't remember many students who have so stuck to their strengths and avoided their weaknesses like Brenda did. Okay, and what I mean is, when I talked to her about her activities, her projects, her extracurriculars in school, and even some of the group work that she did with her classmates, she would always stick to, like, she's very math and science oriented. Like, they do a group project and she would always do, I'm gonna do the data analysis and the data collection, and always someone else would do the presentation, or she would always stick to what she felt comfortable doing. And a lot of people think, somewhat justifiably so, that so a lot of people think that, well, you have to be a well-rounded student and so forth. But I think that is a different thing than your innate skills. And what I mean is, yes, you want to be a well-rounded student for colleges for the most part. Like, you're good in academics, that's great. But if you've only done academics, if you've done nothing else whatsoever, then that's just a disadvantage, especially for the higher ranked schools. You'll have almost no shot if you only did well in school. You do well in school, you do well in the SAT, and you've done other things, other activities, and that's what's more meant by well-rounded. But when it comes to your skills, your innate, your natural skills, people are born a certain way, and you just, you have certain strengths and weaknesses. And I think actually a big misconception, especially I see this in the career field, is that people spend so much time trying to improve their weakness and not enough time trying to just become better at their strengths. You're much better off focusing on your natural strengths and building those, okay, rather than trying to get good at something you're never going to get good at. You can I don't want to say never get good at. I don't want to sound so pessimistic, but if you're really good at something naturally and you spend a lot of time honing those skills, you can go from here to here. You can go from 50 to 90, okay, if I could put some numerical value on it. If you're just naturally not very good at that at all, and you spend a lot of time, you might go from 50 to 60 or 50 to 55, okay? You're still gonna be sort of middle of the road, or maybe not very good on the lower end of that skill. Whereas if you work on something that you're really just naturally good at and have a passion for, you can get up to 90, 95, okay? And success in your career especially will be based on what you're really good at, not what you're mediocre at. Nobody rewards you for being mediocre in real life. You have to be really good at something. And the only way to reach that kind of excellence and that kind of level in anything is to work on things that you really feel naturally good at. The natural strengths that you have, you want to build on those. You want to become really, really good at that, rather than trying to be just a little bit better with your weakness. So you don't really suck, you suck a little bit less, but you still suck in the end, okay? So you want to rather be really good at what you can be good at, okay? So, for example, someone's a really strong writer. They should work on becoming excellent writers, because they can be. But if you hate writing and you're absolutely terrible at writing, then when you're working on your writing skills, maybe you'll become a little bit better writer, so you'll suck a little bit less, but you'll still probably not be very good, okay? It's like an athlete. If you're a born athlete, if you're very athletic, you can be a great athlete. If you have absolutely no athletic abilities at all, you're not gonna, you'll just suck a little bit less. And the same thing, if you're tone deaf, right? And you try to be a singer, a professional singer, it's just not gonna work out like that. It's not gonna happen. Whereas if you're naturally talented in singing and you really enjoy singing, it's a natural strength of yours, you can become awesome. And so everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. And it's a complete waste of time to compare yourself to other people. What you have is what you have. And life is about playing and doing the best with the cards that you're dealt, not wasting your time comparing yourself to what other people have or what you don't have. You have things that other people don't have. They have things you don't have. Doesn't matter. You focus on your strengths and you do that. And Brenda was an excellent example of that. If we look at where she started, reading and writing, she was 630. Math, she was 610 for a starting score of 1340. She ended up on a real test. In reading and writing, she got a 710, which is an 80-point increase. Really good. And in math, not surprisingly, she got a perfect score. She got an 800, which was a 90-point increase. For a total point increase of 170, she ended up with a 1510. So she did really well. She's just a great example of just stubbornly sticking to your strengths. I'm not saying you shouldn't venture out and try new things and try different things, but you have to know yourself really well. You have to know what you're naturally gifted in, what your natural strengths are, what your natural passions are. Those are the things that you want to discover and develop, and you'll be able to develop at a high level and get to a high level of expertise. It is those strengths. So don't waste your time trying to become just a little bit better at the things you suck at. Spend that same time becoming excellent in the things that you're naturally good at, okay? And so I think that's such a very, very important lesson. And I've done the same in my career, in my life as well. And it's just, and I've seen other people who just do the opposite, who have a terrible, terrible time, and they don't understand why they're not getting ahead, why they're not succeeding, why they're not fulfilled, why they're not happy. They're working on the wrong things. So I want to share that story with you today. If you're interested in becoming one of my students, the best thing is to go to my website, as always, ckeducation.org. Click on the SAT Prep application form button. And in the form, you'll see the comment section on the bottom. If you would please fill out in that section why you think you would be a great fit as one of my students. I promise to get back to you. I will read those. I will get back to you personally. So I hope to hear from you. I can't take every student. My schedule just does not allow that, but I will do my very best to accommodate you, especially if I think you'll be a great fit. So until my next video, stay well, and we'll see you later.